Can you start?
Hi, my people. Good afternoon. Welcome back to my page, Kapati the Life Coach. We are back again, but this time
Things are going to be different. This time
things are going to be different. Okay.
Usually she's the one who asks me questions.
Yeah, for those who don't know me, my name is Mekapadi Wiras, and this is my daughter, Kela Wiras. So we are here today. She thought, I have asked her so many questions. Now we are going to ask a relationship question. It's now relationship Q&A, questions and answer. So if you also have a question there, you please post it so that we just discuss it. So since she's not married, she wants to hear what's going on in relationship. So welcome, my daughter.
Okay. No, like I said, things are different this time because I think usually for those who've seen the two of us together, it's usually a discussion that we both have, but she's the one who usually poses questions to me, and then I'll maybe sometimes throw her questions, but it's usually her asking me. So I said, no, this time let's put a spotlight on Kapati the Life Coach. This time she must be the one under pressure and answering today. So I figured, okay, a great topic for us to do is the topic that she is an expert in terms of our company. She's the one who handles relationships. So why not find out more about relationships and her experience with the things by a Q&A. Okay?
Yeah.
So I think my first question that I'm going to ask, I didn't prepare her, so she must think on her feet. The first question that I want to ask is, why so passionate about relationships? Why was that the focus and the direction you went to in terms of your life coaching?
Thank you for the question, my daughter. So the issue is, most when I got married, I was at almost the age. So I was 32. Yes, I was your age there. But then, I really didn't understand this relationship. So my marriage was so difficult. It was tough. It was like a try and error. It was like, and I asked myself, why people really, when people are getting married, especially in our culture, people are, they're dancing, happy, cheerful, celebrating.
Yeah.
But when you get in, I try to figure out, is it that why the people they are not telling you the truth? So I almost really throw in the towel because I really didn't understand it. It was difficult for me. And I immediately also got pregnant. The hormone hit. But then later I asked myself, why so many people are in? Maybe the thing is just like that. But I didn't want it also to be in a relationship where I'm not happy. So I decided, before I throw in the towel, let me rather understand this institution called marriage. So I start researching. I start really studying this institution of marriage. And through this, the study and researching, in the process, I start liking it. In the process, I start healing from my past.
Yeah.
In the process, I start really love the marriage itself. But then I realized, okay, since I didn't just start in the bed of roses, I also go through difficulties. Why can't I share with other people? So I love the topic. I love the content. And I love the institution itself.
Okay. So you were speaking about the things that you love and why you love going into the relationship and talks like that. So now let me throw you with a different question. In terms of all the relationship conversations and sessions that you've had with your different clients, what are the things, you can maybe say a few of them, the common things that come up? What are the issues or the frustrations or the topics that come up in general from the different sessions that you've had with all your relationships?
Okay. There are quite a lot of challenges. Despite challenges, I still love it.
Yeah.
This morning, I woken up by someone who called me 3:00 a.m. and this person wants to kill himself because the husband is abusing her and she doesn't know what to do. And I was really sort of a bit also overwhelmed and frustrated. And she's one of those. She's one of those where I think us, especially as women, many of us are in that, we are in toxic relationship. But we don't know what to do. We don't look for solutions. That is actually my challenge. Because people are not looking for solutions because solutions are there. You don't pray. You don't go for counseling. You don't research. And if there are platforms where like maybe there is workshops, people don't go there.
Yeah.
But yet people want you to, they are looking for quick fix.
Magic.
And I think they are looking for magic. But in reality, there's no magic. So that's more my frustrating because people really want to looking for help, but they don't want to do anything. They are looking for someone to come from somewhere or manna coming from heaven and come and solve problem for them. And that is my problem, especially couples. The second thing is couples that are going into the marriage, especially now that they are going to marriage. They will not make any effort to at least to understand the institution. They would rather focus on, clothes, how they look, how the venue look. They look at the, how they are imagining the wedding of the day. Meaning they concentrate more on the wedding rather than the marriage.
Okay. You mentioned something. You mentioned about some of the couples that you deal and toxic relationships. What is a toxic relationship? How does one know? If I don't know if this is toxic or this is a normal ups and downs of relationship, how am I supposed to know that it's toxic?
The moment when we talk about toxic relationship, it's a relationship where you are unhappy. Most of the time, you are unhappy. Instead of being happy, because a relationship, it's a love affair. Love is something which is nice and so on. But the moment you realize that whenever I'm with this person, I'm unhappy, it means you are in a toxic relationship.
But what if I'm just going through a phase? We are going through a phase. In marriage, you guys say ups and downs. Maybe these are the downs. Through thick and thin, maybe this is a thick. How do I know what is just the normal ups and downs of a relationship?
Yeah. When the thick starts coming, yes, the relationship has stages.
Okay.
We have a stage what we call honeymoon stage.
Okay.
The honeymoon stage is the stage just at the beginning of the relationship where everything is just nice. You love it easy because the hormone oxytocin and endorphin, which is love hormones, they are quite a lot. They are flowing in your bloodstream.
Yeah.
So they are the one facilitating to love, and you are doing everything. You reach out, you send messages, you give flowers, you speak each other's languages. You do everything, but it's not you. You are on their own, but there is also a hormone is helping you out.
At the beginning, that's honeymoon. Okay.
But then the power struggle will come, especially after 3 years. The power struggle is coming.
Okay.
Now,
power struggle.
Because God has given you that hormone, but He doesn't promise that those hormones will remain forever. So once those hormones wears out, that is when. Because He's given you the knowledge and the wisdom, where you're supposed now to water your marriage or your relationship. You do everything what it takes. You research. You start understanding your love languages. You attend courses, marriage enrichment. Because you don't want your relationship to go down. You want it to be really sort of you move forward.
You grow with it.
The drive. When I was talking about emotional intelligence, which is on my YouTube channel, I was talking about now the motivation.
Okay.
One of the aspects of motivation. The aspect of motivation is when you as a partner, you as a partner, what you need to do, you don't want your relationship to be stagnant, to be at the same level. So that drive, the inner drive where you want your relationship to be at a nice level where like you have started. So that's when you need to do something. But unfortunately, people just keep quiet. When the power struggle, they think, you might think it's toxic. But that is a stage. But if you don't do anything, it becomes toxic when you reach the power struggle stage.
But now you're talking about power struggle. In the honeymoon stage, you explained, that's when you're in love, you are sending messages and flowers and things. So in the same way that you explained the first part, now let's do power struggle. What are the things that usually happen in that stage, the power struggle stage? What are the things that people experience?
Okay. During the power struggle, it means, I already talked about the hormone endorphin or oxytocin. It wears out. It's no more there. Okay. Number two, so when it's not there, so you start seeing now the true color of your partner. So that is when you see, this person is now snoring. At the beginning, you haven't even seen that the person is snoring. You start seeing that this person is now starting snoring. All the negative things are coming out. If a person started, at the beginning, you will see that this person even started staying up late because, there's nothing that pushes you. So you feel that, no, I think I don't love this person because the love, the hormone is no more there. And you are not doing anything. So the person really started, you start swearing to your partner, you start seeing that this person is coming from a poor family, you start seeing that the money is not there, you start seeing that this person disrespects you, you start seeing that this person doesn't love you, then you feel lonely, you see that, okay, you don't even want to walk together anymore, you don't go for date nights, all those things that you were doing, it has stopped. And now it becomes like toxic. And then you say, is this the person I fell in love? You ask actually yourself. Because all the things that she or he is doing is just negative. You start even, this person is smelling. And sometimes you don't even want to sleep together with this person. You thought, no, I don't love this person anymore. And many times, in this stage, that's where many people, attempt to divorce because they feel, what is the point? Why do I have to be in this relationship? Because I don't feel anything for this. So there's no, what is this? When you are, maybe when you have sex, but it's, what is that word?
Lust.
Not lust, but when it's so nice, the
pleasure.
Yes, it's a pleasure, but I'm looking for a word. But what's the word? Yes, the spark.
Okay.
Yeah, it's no more there because
arousal.
Sex becomes now so boring.
Sex becomes boring. Okay.
It becomes boring. It means there's no, English very well.
I've been using words. I'm not sure what you're trying to get to.
Okay, so sex becomes boring, and now, that is when the cheating also starts.
Okay.
Because the one at home, it becomes boring. It's no more interesting anymore. And now the person is going outside so that he can restart. Because every relationship, you start with the honeymoon. Then you realize, no, I don't love this woman. I don't love this man. I would rather love Peter or love Maria outside because he is giving, is taking the energy, like giving me enough energy. When I'm with this person, I am myself and I feel, taking all the good things out of me.
Yeah.
But after a while, after how many years or whatever, then the power struggle starts again.
And then they jump to the next one again.
Jump to the next one.
The cycle continues.
Yeah, that's why research has said now, like for instance, if you divorce once, you're likely to divorce up to 3 times because you are looking for spark. You are looking for, fun. The fun in this relationship has weared out. Now you are looking for fun. But really, you can bring the fun back.
Are you looking for the word intimacy?
Not the intimacy. There is. I'll. Yes, not really the intimacy, but there is a word that. But maybe I will remember it in the course. Yeah.
Yeah. I wanted to ask them. You said earlier. You mentioned that there's some people who maybe want a quick fix. They are. Let's say now they're in the power struggle. So me and Sam or something, we're in a relationship, we find ourselves, we're in the power struggle. How do you help a couple if, let's say, I notice it's the power struggle and I'm willing to do the work, but my partner is the one who's like very nonchalant, very just, we are just here, there's nothing we can do. So I'm eager and my partner is maybe not eager. So how do you handle the dynamics in this now? Relationship? Yeah,
it's good that's a very good question because that is one of my frustration. Because in especially in marriage, you will find only one partner who is really willing.
The one trying,
she is trying or he is trying, but the other one putting effort, but the other one it's really reluctant. But what I do, I empower the one who comes.
Okay.
I empower to say, okay, if the other one doesn't want to come out, leave him out. Just work on yourself. Heal. Because we have these emotional wounds. Heal. Because the relationship really, because you have been in this kind of a toxic relationship, you have been really hurt so much. There are quite a lot of wound. And there are also a lot of childhood traumas. And many times, relationship struggle comes also, one of the cause is the trauma. Because I come with my own trauma.
With your baggage,
With my baggage, with my maundako. And then my husband also came with his maundako, his baggage to this relationship. That's why there is also a lot of
friction.
Friction, because actually you are fighting your partner and the partner is fighting you, thinking your partner is the problem. But the problem, the power struggle, is some of the causes. Many actually, it's because of the childhood trauma. So if you come as a solo, I only focus
on my solo things.
On your solo things.
Okay.
So that you can heal from your trauma and you become confident. You can even say, no, enough is enough. I'm going to leave. I empower you in such a way that you are able to say even no. You because especially when you have trauma and it really hits your confidence level, you have low self-esteem. So what I do, I boost you up. So that you are able to stand up on your own feet and put your feet down and say, no, I cannot follow this. If you don't want to come, I would rather go away. So now that you don't have confidence, you will be there until you die.
Okay. What other questions do I have?
Is there any question here? Maybe?
Not yet.
Here? What is this?
She's okay. So I have another question. In terms of the that you've been through journeys with different couples, eh? So you've seen them where they start and the journey, and then you see how they kind of end them and they kind of move on. Do you have a story where you are proud of them or proud of the journey and how you saw them come from this place and move to a
Yeah, okay. I have got the number. Okay.
Tell us about some.
Yeah, let me
some
tell,
success stories.
Yeah, let me tell you a success story. I have a couple. The person who came to me was a woman.
Okay.
She came with a copy of a divorce letter.
Mm-hmm.
And then she decided, no, she was going to get married. And then apparently she thought, no, before I got married, got divorced, maybe I need advice for someone. She traveled and then she came. So then what I did, I said, okay, I usually tell everybody who feel like she or he wants to divorce, I said, park the relationship. That's the terminology I'm usually using. I said, park the relationship.
Okay.
So focus on yourself. And the first thing that I gave her is to really explain the advantage and disadvantage of a divorce.
Okay.
So we go through, and then I said, okay, did you think about this one? They said, no, I didn't.
Yeah.
Did you think about this? No, I didn't. Did you think about it? You didn't. Okay. So then we go through it. I said, okay, think of this. Because a divorce is not just also an easy thing.
Yeah.
You are going to start another journey. You are already in this journey, a painful journey. Then you start the second painful journey.
Yeah.
But rather, park it and focus on yourself. So usually I recommend, why can't you just separate? You are not divorcing, you're just separate and then give yourself time to work on yourself. And then I gave all the technique, all the tools. I give books to read. I give a assignment to do every day. What do you do?
Yeah.
Actually, we are just looking at her so that she can heal. Because I found that really the cause of the marriage problem is mostly the childhood trauma.
Yeah.
So we just focus on the trauma. And after like maybe 2 weeks, so then the husband called me. And then the husband called me so angry and blaming the wife so much. And I just said, okay, I think the best is if you have time and if you really want your wife, maybe you might just come.
Yeah.
So he came after 3 weeks.
Okay.
And then I only focus on him. We are not focusing on the wife. We are not focusing on the marriage.
Packed it.
That one has been packed. I also just focus on him because he also came with a lot of baggage. So we focus on his baggage. So, and I also give exactly the same thing, but I didn't tell him that, no, I gave your wife this. No.
Yeah.
Because that's how I work. When you come, you are my client. It's yes. So then I work. So he came even the whole weekend. I sit with him and he was really eager to learn.
Yeah.
But you also have to have that, you need to have that drive. You want your marriage to work.
Yeah.
Not just coming, no, is it going to work? No, you have to come with the belief.
Yeah.
The belief that, yes, this thing can work and I want it to work. So then I was working with them separate because by the time when the wife came, they separated, but then I work separate. And after like maybe a month, 2 months, then this husband said, ma'am, I want another working because I want my wife back. So then he came, and then I again work on him, but we keep in contact. So every time I said, okay, when you feel sad, call me, but not 3 o'clock in the morning. But yes. So I work with them and I work with them. He said, no. Then I said, okay. So I contacted the wife. I said, do you want to give it a try? How do you feel?
Yeah.
Then she said, are you ready? Are you able to come as for couple counseling?
Yeah.
Then she said, let's give it a try.
Yeah.
So they came. So, but they came now for weekend retreat.
Yeah.
So I did a retreat with them.
Okay.
So when they left, you know, you feel good. Me, I felt so good.
I can imagine.
They felt good.
Yeah.
They say, we have never knew that we're supposed to love each other like that.
Yeah.
So that's when I realized it's not, sometimes it's really power struggle, but lack of knowledge. We don't know how to be couples. We don't know what to do so that we can bond. We don't know how to speak, especially also the issue of communication.
Yeah.
We don't know how to resolve conflict. So with that lack of knowledge, that is when then I taught them. We did emotional intelligence in the relationship. That course I also gave them. And then they left. And I said, okay, I am open. Anytime when you have struggle, just call me and then we can have online training because they travel from far. So after, I think 6 months, the husband sent me sort of a photo with where he bought his wife a car. He said, wow. To say, this is just to say thank you. He sent me flowers also to say, this thing is just to say thank you. You save our marriage. That one. It's really, yeah.
Okay, that's a good success story.
Yeah,
it's a good. So there are frustrations that I've heard today, and there are success stories. No?
Yeah.
I have one more question. Okay. Let's say I am somebody listening to this live. Okay, I have my relationship things that I want to come and talk to, but I've never been to a life coach. I don't know what to expect. Must I prepare? Must I not prepare? What am I to expect in this session? What must I bring? Must I bring something? Must I change? How would you express to them or explain to them, what they need to do before, if they need to do anything, and how they can expect the session kind of to go if they are still nervous about it? What would you say?
Actually, when you call, I don't want you to come prepared. No.
Come as you are.
I want you to come raw. Okay? I like the raw. You come as you are. Because that is the only time I can get the real you.
Yeah.
Because I want the real you. Because if I say prepare, I want you to come positive. You come with your questions, you prepare. No, I don't like that. I like a flow of information because I am the one who's going to lead. I just ask you questions. And you give me. And I don't want you, because sometimes the client will come and say, I don't know where to start. I said, start anyway. Anything that is coming through, we are not doing it systematic to say, you start first, but because I'm the one guiding you.
Yeah.
And the very first session, the first, let's say, 20 to 30 minutes, it's really to build the rapport, so that just to make you a bit relaxed
and comfortable.
I'm not asking you all these deep questions. No, when did you cheat? No, that is too heavy.
Too soon too.
And then too soon too. So I'm just asking you more personal question. Where do you live? What are you doing? And tell me about your family. Something that you don't need to think about. And something which you are comfortable even talking about. And only at the end, at the last, that's when I come. I said, okay, you decided to come and see me, Kapali. What came into your mind? Why do you think, maybe I must come and see this old lady?
Okay.
And by that time, you are already
comfortable,
you are already settled. So, and many times when the people are coming, they are a bit tense, thinking that it's going to be something which is heavy. It's not heavy. It's very light. Especially men who, when they come, they think, oh my goodness, I'm now going to be judged.
Yeah.
I'm going to be reprimanded.
Yeah.
I'm going to be criticized. Why do I have to criticize someone? Someone will come because you have a heavy heart.
Yeah.
It's just to bring it to make you comfortable so that you say, okay, I'm just a listening ear. And I'm not here to judge you.
Yeah.
Because I'm not God. And I'm not the judge at the,
the high court.
At the higher court. So I'm just doing what I'm supposed to do.
Okay.
I'm listening, and I can, at the end, that's when I coach.
Okay.
Because first is listening, and then if the coach needed,
then you start coaching.
Yeah, I start coaching to say, as a married woman, that's how you behave. As a married man, that's how you behave. Just to correct you, not to judge you, not to criticize you, not to put you on the spot.
Yeah. Okay. So now tell your people the last words that you want to say for somebody who is maybe in the power struggle or whatever stage they are, and they are stuck and they are not moving, they're not doing anything about. What is your advice? What is something that you want to leave, the last message that you want to leave everyone with?
Okay. Now, if you are in the power struggle, as I already explained, is the stage, especially after 3 years in a relationship, when everything that you see in your relationship, in your marriage, you see only negative. Don't think, oh, that is the end. Rather, try to go and see someone. Because sometimes you just think, no, I think my situation is worse. And I always tell my client, I have had everything in this world. There's nothing I didn't hear in this world. So just go to someone. Tell someone your story. So offload. And then once you offload, then you ask questions to say, okay, how do I handle this situation? Sometimes it's just like when you go to a garage and then you think your car has a major problem. But then the technician or whatever, he's just doing that, something like that. He's just correcting you. Maybe you really just didn't know how to go about. So if you find yourself in that situation, don't try now to say, no, I think that is the end. I'm just going to divorce, especially those who are married. Don't try to say, no, I'm going to divorce, because that's probably not the time yet. It's just because you don't have the knowledge, you don't have the skill, you have never been married before.
Yeah.
And especially those who went in before. Now, my last is especially those who are going to get married. My last word to you guys is this. Invest rather in your marriage. Invest in your marriage, because the long term is the marriage. Not how do you look, not how many cows has been slaughtered, not a tent that is nicely decorated, not really looking at just the physical part. The emotional bonding, the how to behave as a woman, the how to behave as a man, the what to do when the power struggle hit. I think that's the most important part.
Okay.
And at the end of the day, if you are a Christian, pray.
Okay. In that, I'm done with my questions.
Thank you so much, guys, for watching. We don't want negative and disrespectful comment here. Please behave. Okay. Thank you so much for always listening. So we'll now and then have our Q&A. If you also have questions that you really want us to answer, whether it's me who are dealing with the relationship and my lovely daughter who's dealing with mental issues like anxiety, depression, or you just career guidance, especially young people, and also teaching emotionally intelligent, and also she's teaching personality. What?
Yeah, some personality work as well.
Some personality work. That's what she do, especially in companies. So please if you really want us to come and help you, whether it's emotionally intelligent in the relationship, emotionally intelligent in the workplace, this is the two of us. We are working together. For now, thank you so much. I love you guys and see you again next time. Bye.
Bye.